Hello all and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host Alyx, just Alyx, and we are going to have a little talk about Dwayne Rock Johnson and whether or not he will wrestle at WrestleMania. Okay, stop. I get that it's fun to speculate and have discussions on whether something will happen or not. The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania. The Rock is going to wrestle at WrestleMania 41. He's not just here. He's not just appearing. He didn't just randomly appear at Bad Blood and didn't just randomly appear on the first Raw on Netflix to then not have a program and not do anything for WrestleMania. So here's my problem with the way wrestling media has been structured or has been going, especially here in 2025. It's very apparent to me that the WWE is purposely making things harder for the wrestling news media to figure things out. Before they had their sources, they were able to predict and know everything before it happened. Who was coming in, where the stories are going to go, who's going to fight who. Nowadays, it's basically, if not impossible, extremely hard to figure out. Because Triple H does not like wrestling news media. Can we agree with that? Can we agree that Paul Levesque absolutely despises when wrestling news media spoils what's going to happen? And so the only people that knows who's going to wrestle who and what at WrestleMania is Triple H, of course The Rock himself, the final boss, who is essentially the boss, the guy over WWE, of course, the boss himself of TKO Group, Ari Emanuel, and the president, Mr. Nick Khan. That's it. Anyone else coming up here saying, we know what's going to happen, they don't. They're in the same boat as us, speculating. But I can pretty much bet my house that The Rock will be at WrestleMania. And he will have a match. The question isn't if he's going to wrestle. The question is, who is he going to wrestle? People are still saying he could still wrestle Cody Rhodes. I think after what happened this week on not just Raw, but also NXT, that's been put on the back burner. I do think eventually we'll get back to Rock and Cody. We had to finish that story. Because The Rock beat Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring, pinned him at WrestleMania 40. So I have a feeling we are going to revisit that, but just not right now. It's clear as day when The Rock posted about him being the high chief whatever of the Samoan dynasty on Twitter, what storyline he will be involved in, the Bloodline storyline. And if The Rock is solely going to be involved in the Bloodline storyline, you know exactly who he's wrestling. It's Roman Reigns. That's the match to do at 41. Rock and Roman Reigns. The moment they said they were having WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, you already knew that the main event, or one of the main events, was going to be Rock and Roman Reigns. Period. I will bet money on it that that is the match that's happening at WrestleMania 40. Because let me ask you this. If it's not Rock and Roman, what is the main event? I'm waiting for you guys to figure that one out. I think the only long-term plan right now, since Roman beat Solo, and he's now the tribal chief, it's Rock and Roman. Remember, this was supposed to happen last year, but then people lost their minds, and so it became Cody and Roman. I don't know why we couldn't do both. We could have done Rock and Roman on night 1 and then Cody and Roman on night 2, and we would have been happy. But the way they went about it was even better. I like the fact that we had that tag match. Seth, Cody, Rock, Roman. Rock turns heel, final boss, amazing. Rock pins Cody, creates the idea that, oh my god, Cody could lose. And then he had one of the best moments of his career and one of the best moments at WrestleMania on night 2. Wins the championship. He finished the story, and Cody has been pretty dry since, for the most part. But it created a great moment that people will remember for ages to come. Why does anybody think that what they had planned the year before wouldn't just transfer to the next WrestleMania. Logically speaking, you all should have known, you all should be expecting Rock and Roman for WrestleMania 41. I don't know why we wouldn't be getting this. And Dave Meltzer is not going to know. They don't want Dave Meltzer to know. They're purposely keeping it from a Sean Ross Sapp, from a Dave Meltzer, from anybody from knowing. Because Triple H, say it again with me, hates when the wrestling media spoils what's to come. They will find out when we find out. But just use common sense. Follow the story. So apparently at the end of January, there will be a ceremony where Roman is acknowledged as the tribal chief on the 27th, which is a Monday night on Netflix. Look at that. Okay. So who do you think is going to be there? For there to be a Samoan ceremony, Samoan ceremony where people are going to acknowledge him, Rock has to be there. Rock has to be there. If there was ever a time for the turn to happen, it would be there. And you know, if the plan is to have Rock and Roman, the turn has to be in a place where people, I won't say are not expecting it, because if they do that, we all know when it's going to happen. But it has to be on a platform where the storyline makes the most sense. So, my prediction is that Rock turns on Roman at that show, at that particular time. And it comes to light that all of these new Samoans, the ones that joined Solo, that being Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, if he's healthy or not. I would have loved to have had Bronson Reed in there, but he completely severed his ankle. He's going to be out for a while. Regardless, you get all these new Samoans in there, and it comes out that The Rock was the mastermind behind the new Bloodline. Maybe you can have Solo play both sides, because Roman did beat him fair and square, so maybe Solo decides that he wants to work with Roman. Or Solo is conflicted. You can do something there where he still works with The Rock, because The Rock was the mastermind behind the new Bloodline, and Solo helps Roman beat Rock at WrestleMania. You do that storyline. Kind of like what Jey Uso was doing when Roman was a heel. He was conflicted, and then he left the Bloodline, and they had the match at SummerSlam, and then Jimmy Uso turned on him. You get the idea. Solo lost clean to Roman, and so Solo respects the Bloodline aura. He respects how things work, and so therefore he will acknowledge Roman. Jacob doesn't. Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, doesn't. They only follow The Rock. And The Rock wants to take down Roman because Roman failed at WrestleMania 40. It's an easy storyline to do. It's right there, guys. It's literally right there in your face. I don't know why people are turning away from it. I don't know why people are ignoring what is obviously the match to do at WrestleMania 41. And people will say, I am so sick and tired of hearing about this match. You're sick and tired of hearing about the match? Then let's do the damn match. Do the match and people will stop talking about it. It's like with John Cena turning heel. I'm sick and tired of John Cena being brought up to be a heel. Okay, then turn him heel so people can shut up about it. Same thing with Cody Rhodes. Oh, people should stop talking about Cody Rhodes going heel. Then turn him heel and people will stop talking about it. Just give the people what they want so they'll shut up and move on. It's that simple. Triple H understands that. Part of the reason why Vince failed is because Vince gave the fans exactly what they didn't want. Because he was an idiot. He was being rebellious for no damn reason. And it hurt the WWE. Triple H is smart enough to understand, all right, I know this is what the fans want, but we're not just going to give it to them cold turkey. We're going to build anticipation. We're going to tell a story. We're going to whet their appetite. And then when we give it to them, they're going to appreciate it even more. Triple H knows what the fans want. Triple H knows the fans want to see The Rock and Roman Reigns. Now, last year, he made the right call, ultimately made the right call to give Cody that main event. Although I feel Rock and Roman still would have been the bigger match, and it's still the bigger match. That should have gone to Cody, and they made it Cody's moment. Cody has the championship now. His story is finished. There's no reason not to do Rock and Roman. The story's right there. Ula Fala. Rock doesn't acknowledge Roman as a tribal chief because of what he did. And if he wants The Rock's respect, he will have to beat him at WrestleMania. Done. End of story. Then Roman finally beats Rock and we can move on from Rock and Roman. We can stop asking about it. And then Roman can fight Jacob Fatu. And then the storyline continues from there. And then we'll just go from there. I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's obvious what the main event should be and what the main event is for WrestleMania 41. It's Rock and Roman. Now, is it a possibility that The Rock won't wrestle? Sure. But that would be such a lame way to use The Rock if he's just there to talk. That's not going to work out the way they think it is. So you're just bringing The Rock in to just, talk? No. The Rock is here to build a program. It's that simple. He wouldn't be here if he was just here to talk. But we'll see. I could be completely wrong. By the time we get to WrestleMania, he might not show up at all after this week. Although I have a feeling the reason why he showed up because of this, Raw on Netflix era is because of that. He knows that Raw is going to be in front of one of the largest audiences it's ever had. I think I saw Variety. Was it Force or Variety? I'm going to go with Variety. I could be wrong. But they reported close to 5 million people, 4.95 million people watched Raw this past Monday. 5 million people. You don't think The Rock wants to be involved in that? Okay, y'all. The signs are obvious. Rock and Roman is the match to do at WrestleMania 41. Cody will probably end up fighting either Kevin Owens or Randy Orton. I personally would love to see Cody Rhodes, and you'll never ever hear me say this again. I would love to see Cody Rhodes fight John Cena for the WWE Championship. I want John Cena to win the Royal Rumble and fight Cody Rhodes. I will never say that ever again, and I won't ever have to because this is his last year as a professional wrestler. And because it's his last year, Cena should fight for the WWE Championship, and it should happen at WrestleMania. There's no bigger match to do for John Cena at a WrestleMania than a match against Cody Rhodes. If it was up to me, that would be the night Cena turns heel. Imagine that heel turn on Cody Rhodes. Probably not going to happen. No way that happens. I'll tell you what, we have a better chance of getting Rock and Roman this year than John Cena turning heel. Although, if they were ever going to do it, this would be the year to do it. It's his last year. Tell the story where he hasn't won a match in how long? Close to 3,000 days? Close to 3,000 days. He hasn't won a match. A singles match, of course. He gets desperate. And he's so desperate that he cheats to win. And that's when he goes heel. And then he spends the rest of his year, the rest of the year as a heel. Oh, that would be so good. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But, yeah, that's what Cody should do. Cody should fight John Cena. That would be one of those John Cena matches I would actually look forward to. But, listen, I'm just speculating at this point. Y'all give me your thoughts about what do you see The Rock doing? Do you think The Rock is not going to wrestle at WrestleMania? If you do, no offense, you have a right to your opinion. I just think that take is so ridiculous because why would he show up? Why would he just show up to not have a program? And it's just one match. It's just one match. And it's against Roman Reigns. He'll be fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts down below. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. A safe place, a safe space, a safe place, and a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Please.